Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are headed into the Goodwill bin specifically to look for items that we can use in our Christmas decor. We're going to bring them home. I'm going to show you how to give them a high-end makeover and style them in your home. And I want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. I found what looked to be a beautiful hand-carved tray at the Goodwill bins, but it's never been sealed and it does have some water damage. So I want to go ahead and cover that up, but I love the wood grain on here. So I also want to highlight it at the same time. So I'm going to be using my secret weapon, my favorite thing to make everything look better, the Dixie Bale Van Dyke Glaze. It is the perfect brown and it already has a watery consistency. So it just goes on everything super easy. I just brushed it on. There was no excess to even wipe off. The wood just soaked it right up. And right here you can see the before and after of using the brown glaze. This is the Winter Forest stamp from IOD's limited edition holiday collection. It is so many beautiful trees. This will be great not only for Christmas, but I feel like you could use this stamp all year long. I'm going to be using the 4 smaller trees. I laid them out how I want them on the tray, and I grabbed a thin mount and picked them up. Now I'm going to keep them exactly like they are on this thin mount for this whole project. I'm going to lightly ink them with some black ink. I'm not trying to stamp them perfectly. I just want an outline of where the trees are. I'm going to stamp the front and the back of this piece because I want to decorate both sides. That way you could, use the front or the back of this tray. So now that I have my outline of where the trees are going to be stamped on the tray, I'm going to cover that up. So I have some milk paint in the color Gustavian White, and I just want to do an outline of where the trees are going to be stamped. I use milk paint for this because it comes in a powder form, so you mix it with water and you can even make it more watery if you would like. So I want to give it a kind of watercolor look, but milk paint also has a beautiful texture to it. So I'm going to layer it and try to create a little bit of chippy and a little bit of texture. So on the second layer of milk paint, I'm going to hit it with the heat gun and it gives it an absolutely beautiful effect. I did the same process on the back of the tray as well, and I actually think this looks really good. I love the color combo of the Gustavian White with the wood tray, but what I want to do is I want to go ahead and stamp over it. This time I'm going to be using IOD Stone Gray ink. I feel like it has the same color as a pencil drawing, and that is what I'm going for. As you're going to see, it's very light, but that is what I want. I want it to look like these trees were hand drawn on here and it's distressed and old. Now if you wanted a bolder look, you could go with a bolder color ink or paint. But this was a look that I was going for and it came out exactly like I imagined. Since I used milk paint, I do need to seal it up. And can y'all see what's happening here? It is not changing the color of my wood. I love this Dixie Bale sealer. I hate when I have a project, I finish it, it looks exactly the way that I want to look, and then I go to seal it and the color changes or the sheen changes. Y'all, that does not happen with the Dixie Bale sealer. That is why I continue to recommend it. To style this tray on my coffee table, I'm going to put this oversized green book and then I'm going to put the tray on top of that. You can add little Christmas decor pieces, candy. I'm going to put in these really cool, unique ornaments that I'm going to show you how to make later in the video. I think this tray matches my decor perfectly. I love the chippiness and the texture we got from the milk paint. And since I added the trees to the back as well, this tray could double as artwork. Here's a little seed starter set. No, I'm not going to be bringing this home and growing anything, but I love these little pots and I have a fun idea for them. I'm going to show you how to make your very own decoupage paper using this regular white gift wrapping tissue paper and IOD stamps. This is the classical Christmas stamp as part of the IOD limited release holiday collection, and like it says in the title, it is classic Christmas. This stuff will never go out of style. I'm going to be using this pretty long piece with florals and hollies in it, and I'm going to be using the China blue ink. I love blue and white all year long, and I feel like people are really loving it this year for Christmas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this same stamp over and over again to create my own custom decoupage paper. How cool is that? And you could do this with any stamp. And if you want to stamp on a curved surface, this is a great hack. You just stamp on tissue paper and then decoupage it to your surface. Makes it so much easier. So now I'm going to take the Fusion decoupage gel and I'm going to apply it to the bottom of the pot. I'm going to take my custom decoupage paper and I'm just going to wrap it around the entire pot. I cut it out a lot bigger so that way I'd have plenty of room to work with. You're going to get a few wrinkles and stuff, but that's just, you know, the look you're going for when you're decoupaging. And then I'm just going to cut off all of the excess. To finish off the bottom of the pot, I just added some more decoupage gel and folded the tissue paper over. To neatly trim off the excess at the top of the pot where I want the natural color to show through, and I did not put decoupage medium there, I'm going to take some sandpaper and just lightly sand it, and this gives me a very natural edge. I feel like this is the easiest way to trim off your excess paper when you're decoupaging. All right, let's create a little vignette. I actually thrifted this little basket today, and it is going to be the perfect piece for this area. I'm going to style it with some blue books to tie into the blue on the pieces that we made. Of course, we need a white pot and a Christmas tree that I thrifted from the Goodwill bins. Here's the pot that I made, and I loved it so much I made some more tissue paper to put on the inside with a Christmas tree, and I am loving that look as well. And no French country vignette is complete without a cute little lamb. I love the way this came out, and as you can see, this whole setup looks so good in my home. I'm feeling like I could definitely go with a blue and white theme for Christmas. If you do not know what Squarespace is, it is an online hosting platform, and that is who I chose to host my website, juliesdesignsandsigns.com. Squarespace makes it so easy to create a website without any web design experience with their design intelligence program. They help you create a beautiful website with AI technology, as well as help you create beautiful and professional listings. And with Squarespace payments, they are making it easier than ever to accept all your payments in one place. There's so many different options for your customers to pay. And if you're a business, you know you need as many options for your customers as possible. So if you think you're ready to take your business to the next level, make sure you head to squarespace.com to start your free trial. And when you are ready to launch your website, go to squarespace.com/juliesdesignsandsigns to save 10% off your first purchase of your website or domain. Ooh, cookie bucket. I feel like it needs a little bit of a makeover. I love the size of this. Perfect for a Christmas tree. I also found this red Pioneer Woman little tin. I think this would be perfect for Christmas with a Christmas tree in it. A lot of people are going for a more like floral kind of pretty look, just like the trend was for Halloween. I feel like Christmas is going that way as well. I don't want to recreate the look on this red Pioneer Woman tin, but I do want to use it as inspiration for this wooden bucket. I really like the rusty brass detail on this bucket as well as the color of the wood. So I want to leave some of those elements and just paint the center. I need to cover up the word cookies because it's not going with the look that I'm going for. So I'm going to use Dixie Bale chalk paint. I'm using the color Fluff, which is a nice warm white. I'm going to sand the bucket a little bit. I'm not going for a super distressed look here, but I do want to bring back some of the features of the bucket and bring back a little bit of that wood in the center. I want to use an IOD transfer, and so since this is chalk paint, I do need to seal it before putting a transfer on. My absolute favorite sealer is the Dixie Bale Clear Coat in a flat finish. It absolutely dries flat with no sheen. This is IOD's Wonder Transfer, and as you can see from the beautiful florals and colors, it is definitely giving me Pioneer Woman vibes. I'm just going to be using one of the sheets from this transfer and not even the whole transfer. I'm just going to cut the width that I need for this bucket. And I'm also going to cut around the handles. That was pretty easy since there was lots of white space. You're going to take off your backer. You are going to put your transfer on the piece. I like to put a piece of tape as well, just to keep everything in place. And all of your transfers come with a transfer tool, and you're just going to start rubbing, and you can see how easily it comes off. So don't forget, if you are using chalk paint and you want to use an IOD transfer, I highly recommend sealing your chalk paint. Is going to come off so much easier. Now, if you're using Fusion all-in-one paint, remember it has a built-in sealer, so you do not need to seal it. And of course, all of these products can be found on my website, juliesdesignsandsigns.com. Y'all, this looks so good. I absolutely love it. And you can also distress your transfers. So again, I just want to bring out where the pieces of wood come together on the bucket and highlight that a little bit. I put the bucket on my coffee table next to the Christmas tree I had there. And since there's a lot of color going on, I decided to go with some white books, and I put a Christmas tree inside the Pioneer Woman tin. I felt like this was a little whimsical look, so I added a pink elephant, and I didn't want to put a Christmas tree in the bucket, so I decided to go with the fall array half sphere in red, which you can find on my website. And I think this is a really fun look. I don't know if it's 100% my style, but I did have fun creating it and putting it together. Here's some Christmas ornaments. I love the shape of these, and I actually have an idea, so I'm gonna grab a few of them. I have the Christmas ornaments from the Goodwill bins, and I also grabbed some cut off spindles from my stash, as well as some wooden finials. If you don't have spindles and the tools to cut them with, then these finials are going to be perfect for you. It's so much easier to put them together. I just put a little hot glue, and then I put the ornament onto the screw, and that was done. For the spindles, what I did was I grabbed a drill bit that was the same size as the ornament hole, and I drilled a hole. You could just hot glue it if you didn't want to do this step, but since I had the tools, I just thought this was a much cleaner look. So I drilled the hole, added a little bit of hot glue, and then put the ornament in it. I also ended up finding this salt and pepper shaker in my stash, and it had a hole in it, so I thought that would also be another good option. So any wooden pieces that have a hole or a screw in it, you can use for this project without having to cut spindles down. I want to paint just the plastic ornaments. I'm going to be using Fusion all-in-one paint. This is the color Algonquin. It's kind of like a light brown. I'm also going to be using cast iron, which is a off black color, and I'm going to be using Carriage House, which is a beautiful green color. This was a quick and easy paint job, one coat of paint, and these pieces were done. These three colors really go very well together. Next, I'm going to take Dixie Bale wax in the color white, and I'm going to add white wax to the entire piece. So the plastic ornament that I painted, and even the wood finial or spindle, and this is just going to tie everything together. So I'm going to cover the entire piece with white wax, and then I'm going to take a dry paper towel and wipe off all of the excess, and I'm going to show you the before and afters of with white wax and without white wax in each color. And I think the white wax definitely just brings out all of the details in each piece. To clean it up, I'm going to take some white string and glue it in between the ornament and the wood piece. And this is just inspiration, guys. You could take this and make it in your own way. You could do different paint colors, different string, maybe even some velvet ribbon. That would be pretty. So I love for you to take this idea and run with it. I want to add a hanger to these, so I cut off a small piece of ribbon and I'm just going to hot glue it to the bottom of my spindles. And then for the finials, I just took the same twine that I had put at the top and I just tied it around the bottom, so there's an option to hang if you would like to.
I added a red book with gold and black accents to my coffee table, a large wooden bowl, and then I put some of the, I'm going to call them finial ornaments, in the bowl, and I also hung some on the tree. Obviously you would want to put them on a bigger tree, but I just wanted to show y'all what they look like hanging. And of course you can hang them on a hook, you can put them in different areas of your home. I really like how these came out. I think these colors look so great together. I can't wait to make some more of these. They were so much fun, and I really can't wait to see what y'all do with this idea.
Alright guys, that is the end of today's video. Please leave a comment below and let me know what's your favorite project. I don't know, I really liked all of the projects in this video. I'm just so excited to be decorating for Christmas. I already started to decorate my house a little bit, but I did love the little French country peat pots. Those came out so cute. It kind of makes me want to change up my theme and go blue and white for Christmas. So y'all, let me know if y'all are into blue and white for Christmas, or y'all are more with the traditional Christmas. Now I need to tell y'all about something fun I have coming up. It is almost November, and I decided every Friday in November is going to be a Black Friday. So I'm going to have brand new product at amazing deals, and also existing product at amazing deals. I'm going to be going live every Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook and whatnot. And if you're not available at those times or not on those platforms, make sure you sign up for my newsletter, because at that time I will also send out a newsletter with all of the amazing deals. So this is going to be every Friday in November. There is 5 of them. It is going to be exciting. So I'm going to put the links in the description. Do not miss out on this. We're going to have some great stuff. And if you're ready to start your own website, y'all make sure to go to squarespace.com/Julie's Designs and Signs, and you're gonna get a 30-day free trial. And when you're ready to launch your website, use my code Julie's Designs and Signs to get 10% off your first website or domain. And I will also have that in the description for y'all. So once again, I hope y'all were inspired. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I will see y'all next week for another thrifting, DIY, home decorating video. Bye guys.